Good evening, welcome to Benue Television News Extra at 7. This is a review of stories that made headlines in the state in the week just ended. I am Mna Shiundam. Benue State Governor Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia has urged people of Benue State to remain steadfast in prayers for his administration to improve their living conditions. Governor Alia made a call Saturday at St. John's Baptist Cathedral, Boko. President Bola Tinubu has condemned the bomb attacks which resulted in the loss of lives and the maiming of other citizens in a local government area of Borno State. In a statement issued on Sunday, in his spokesperson, Ajuri Ngalili, the president described the attack as a desperate act of terror and a clear manifestation of pressure mounted against terrorists and the success achieved in degrading their capacity to launch offenses. Recall that at least 6 persons were killed and many others injured on Saturday in a series of bomb attacks in Tansham, Marabagwaza town, Borno State. Confirming the incidents, the Director General of the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMAN, Dr. Bakimo Saidu, said 18 persons died and 19 others were seriously injured in the incident. The president declared that the survivors of violence will be punished and that the cowardly attacks are only but isolated episodes of his government will not allow the nations to slither into the era of fear, tears, sorrow, and blood. The statement added that the President Tinubu said his administration is taking necessary measures to secure citizens, emphasizing that effort will be redoubled to ensure that those who trouble the nation, dispatching precious lives and disrupting law and order, are completely removed. Now we'll go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
Competition begins from 15th April to 30th June 2024.
Pick a form at BENUETVNEWS Television, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makudi. Form costs 5,000 naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 6th of July 2024. Great prizes await you.
The first prize, 1 million naira. Second prize, 500,000 naira. And third prize, 300,000 naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership and inquiries, please call Benue TV Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569.
Benue Fashion Show,
embracing fusion fashion.
Alright, no problem. Okay, bye.
Today, bad man. Let me call phone call now. Help my ministry.
You know, say na me be your main guy. Afa now or spot me data now.
Babatunde, my G from under the mother. You know, me first ask since last week. Huh?
What are you guys going to give me first?
Can I have all of my beverages?
Guy, Afa, come now. Make I spoil you with cinema tickets.
You can have my lucky underwear.
Guys, just get on Glow Campus Booster.
Enjoy 100% data bonus on campus with Glow Campus Booster. Dial *312# and flex on campus non-stop.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow
Unlimited.
Welcome back. Benue State Governor Reverend Father Hyacinth Ali has called on Benue women to contest more elective positions beginning the next general elections. And now the Christian community has again been tasked to arise now and work more with God for total victory to be attained. President Pastor Spirit Life Christian Assembly Makudi Teka Taki delivered his Sunday service message to the people. Margaret Abba reports.
The resident pastor, Teka Tagi, notes that just as Deborah and Barak did in the Bible, God gave them victory against their enemies. Men should do likewise for total victory in the face of adversary. The clergy further stressed that believers need to arise now and walk with God, because in a manner that is incumbent on the people to listen and obey his voice.
When God speaks to us, if we don't rise, there's nothing that will happen. But when God speaks and he finds men that will rise and put what God is saying into action, that is when God will mobilize all that they need to give them victory.
Pastor Teka Taki posts that Christians who recognize their weakness are valuable to God to manifest himself. He pointed out that the Bible shows that God uses the foolish things of this world to shame the wise, and advises Christians to be available in a way that God can use them to bring about a safe and stable society.
He doesn't want the flesh to glory. He wants to glorify himself. So that you are weak, that you know that you can't even do anything. You know, when God speaks, all he expects is that God expects that you should rise up and do what he wants you to do.
Some worshippers, Mrs. Jane Nuhu and Mr. Nicholas Yune, agree that Christians should make themselves available for God to use and they should depend on God for their needs.
Make yourself available in the presence of God. Tell God that you want to partner with him. And by faith, God will help you to become a blessing to your generation.
We need to depend on God. And when we depend on God, he actually fights for us, stands for us, and he also provides for us.
The Bible reading is taken from the book of Judges chapter 5 verse 7 and it reads, "Nobody lived in the small villages. I, Deborah, became their leaders. I became like a mother for Israel people to keep them safe." Margaret Abba, Benue Television News, Makudi.
For development and a healthy environment, the good people of Benue State have been tasked to key into the new executive order recently signed by Governor Hyacinth Alia to ensure public order in the state. Covering manager of Benue State Environmental Authority, Ben Francis Ona, gave the indication Saturday after the monthly sanitation exercise. Correspondent Oligo Wonderman had the rest of the report.
General sanitation exercise is a deliberate effort to ensure sustainable and healthy environments for human habitation across the states. Sanitation exercise is a sole responsibility of residents, businesses or shop owners. Pedestrians and road users are also expected to respect sanitation laws because they are the generators of waste. Covering manager of Benue State Environmental Authority, Ben Francis Ona, says he's deeply saddened by the sanitary condition of the state, particularly the state capital, and that bushes are allowed to grow around homes, even as drainages are packed with refuse, making it impossible for free flow of water. He wants people to be mindful of the kinds of things they let into their systems, as expired drugs, packs, plastic containers, and soft drinks of different kinds were seized and destroyed. He vows that the agency will, by next sanitation, clamp down on those who are always complacent in carrying out sanitation activities during sanitation hours, especially residents of Wadata, North Bank, Tewase Agbado, Georgia Kumewe, Abu King Shulua Road residents. Ona maintains that the agency under his watch will witness rapid transformation, adding that people will be given new orientation towards sanitation exercises, unlike what was obtainable in the past.
Health workers also will do checking of individual household to clear their gutters. In the next this thing, we will have to be sure that, because like that Wadata area is a major problem to us, Wadata, Urukum, North Bank, these three places, in the next sanitation, we have to emphasize on that, so that both personnel and equipments are deployed to that place to ensure that they comply.
Special advisor to the governor on sanitation, Sunday Shisun, says the state government is working towards putting an end to lack of human resources, poor management, and supervision of the exercise.
This new administration is working towards getting the dump site. The place that they are dumping at Old Bridge is not right, because the Environmental Health Council of Nigeria warns that every state, every local government, at any point in time, you have a dump site, and the dump site must have 1 hectare and above. So we don't have, but we're working towards making it, getting it right.
State Desk Officer on Sanitation, Samuel Adaji, affirms that there's going to be massive evacuation of waste and desilting of drainages in some critical area of the state capital by the Ministry of Water Resources, Environment and Climate Change.
It's going to be massive desilting in the state capital here. Some critical points have already been marked out. For instance, this David Mark bypass here, extension, Tony-Mars, all of those places we have captured them to be desilted. The gutters that are blocked, provisions have also been made. And then we are also going to do massive evacuation of those desilted materials. So some of those places, you see them now. Maybe in due time, they will all be packed from there.
About 48 people were arrested and arraigned before the Sanitation Mobile Court for flaunting sanitation laws, and each were asked to pay a fine according to the offense committed. 6 vehicles, 20 motorcycles, 4 tricycles were also seized and impounded. Oleku Ondoma, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Now, in the face of continuing conflict situation resulting to disruption of peace, small groups and individuals are taking up strategies to address the problem. Community Links and Human Empowerment Initiative Friday has a one-day training on conflict prevention and transformation as part of efforts to mediate for peace in the Benue region. Fidelia Zachand was there.
Peace is a fundamental element for all-round growth and development. Therefore, the need for peace cannot be overemphasized. It is in this light that the Nigerian government, civil societies, and non-governmental organizations are putting up measures to address conflict. A charity, Community Links Friday, has organized a one-day training for community leaders, government officials, and civil society organizations on conflict prevention and transformation. The aim of the event, according to the Executive Director, Community Links, Dr. Helen Tete, is to keep educating people about issues associated with conflict until there's a positive change.
Need to talk about conflict prevention is becoming very necessary on every discussion table. And where conflict is existing, how do we transform this conflict into opportunities, which is what we're trying to do. And the key point have actually been because of the fact that the natural resources are now becoming inadequate.
Some participants, Daniel Upuru from Benue State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, Joy Hilejime of Benue State Bureau for Entrepreneurship and Wealth Creation, and Ona Adei say the training has impacted so much on them and the knowledge gained will be put to use.
But I will take it to those who are not here, and then particularly those who are ignorant of peace, those who deliberately don't want peace. So we also pray that as we go out to preach peace in our environments, through this knowledge, we should all embrace peace and then ensure that peace reigns in our communities, in our states, and in our country.
I learned how to solve conflict problems. If I go back to my community or if I go back where I'm coming from, I will be able to impart to others what I learned today. Then by communicating to others about this peace, our community will be better.
I've learned a lot from this seminar, especially as regards conflicts, the mapping of conflicts, the analysis, and this is a very good avenue to actually sharpen our skills on how to resolve conflict.
The training, according to the organizers, has been ongoing for over 6 months and is intended to reach as many critical stakeholders in conflict resolution in the state. Fidelia Zashaondu, Benue Television News, Makudi. Peace is...
Still to come, Commissioner of Ministry of Health and Human Services, Dr. Yaman Otese, has observed the need to mold children into adulthood with proper social, psychological schemes from mentors. We'll bring you details of this shortly after the break. Please stay.
Benue Fashion Show Season 3 is here.
It's that time of the year for fashion designers, entrepreneurs, and fashion enthusiasts to shine.
This year, sale of forms for the competition begins from 15th April to 30th June 2024.
Pick a form at Benue Television, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makudi. Form cost 5,000 Naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 6th of July 2024. Great prizes await you.
The first prize, 1 million Naira. Second prize, 500,000 Naira. And third prize, 300,000 Naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership, and inquiries, please call Benue TV Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569.
Benue Fashion Show,
embracing fusion fashion.
the break, we told you that Commissioner for Ministry of Health and Human Services, Dr. Yaman Utese, has observed the need to mold children into adulthood with proper social psychological schemes from mentors. Dr. Utese made the observation Thursday in Makudi during a made public unveiling ceremony and investiture of Advisory Board of Teenagers Care for Sustainable Development Initiative. Fidelis Ashandu told us more.
The need for a continued fight for a better society and the role of young people in the process cannot be overemphasized. Reason why Teenagers Care for Sustainable Development Initiative (TFI) has put the event together to draw attention of more men and women of timber and caliber from all walks of life to address the problem. Commissioner, Ministry of Health and Human Services, Dr. Yama Otesi, observes the need to mold children into adulthood with proper social psychological schemes from mentors. Represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Mrs. Beatrice Tambu, the Commissioner, who, as chairman of the occasion, describes the initiative as the best thing happening at the time, considering the increasing incidence of juvenile delinquencies and vices among teenagers in recent times.
Carrying out programs like this to impact positively on adolescent productive health is very important to the society. This will enable us, will help in curbing and prevailing social vices ravaging our society today.
The Executive Director TFI, Mr. Loture Idoko, talks on the initiative, saying he has had the burning passion to always impact teenagers positively so as to create a better society.
The Lord laid that vision on my heart when it comes to teenagers, to raise them and give them a solid foundation. And that's how TFI was better. We envision a wholesome teenager who is relevant to the society and position for societal influence. We are saying it's important that we raise teenagers who know so much of academics, for example, and also know so much of religion, know so much of society, and know so much of God. It's a wholesome teenager that will have a more balanced life.
Director General Benue Television Corporation, Dr. Patience Achakwaikyo, promises continued partnership with organizations that champion the cause of a better society. Represented by Head of Programs Benue Television, Mr. Tebe Agabi, the Director General says as a stakeholder, it is important to acknowledge the initiative that is seeking to address the problem of identity crisis among young people as a means to help stabilize the society and assures of efforts by the corporation to complement the program through effective publicity.
With the unveiling today and with the caliber of people we see on that team, we are very sure that TFI will go places. We see an organization that will go beyond Benue. We see an organization that will be celebrated by Nigeria. We see Africa celebrating TFI. And we see the world celebrating this noble organization. On our part, in the area we are already contributing, that is the area of awareness creation and publicity. We are in and we are ready to do more.
Highlights of the event include presentation of certificates to the advisory board and entertainment from teenagers. Fidelia Zashaondu, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Now, a Benue indigene, Mr. Emmanuel Otache, who has been a victim of building collapse is in dire need of assistance to enable him begin life again. Mr. Otache has half paralyzed for over 4 years following an incident that claimed his family in Lagos State. The victim, who walked into the premises of Benue Television on crutches, is in need of 11 million naira for surgery on his spinal cord and leg. Correspondent Emmanuel Akula interacted with him and brings us details.
Accident is an unfortunate incident that happens unexpectedly and unintentionally, typically resulting in damage or injury. This unfortunate incident has befallen a Benue son, Mr. Emmanuel Otache, who is from Opaha village of Apa local government area. He lost his entire family of a pregnant wife and 3 children in a building collapse on the 12th of October 2019 in Lagos that left him unconscious for 7 months. He narrates his ordeal.
I came back from work
never knew that that is the last time I sight on my family. The next thing I heard, boom. It was after 7 months that I was told that a building collapsed and hit our own building and buried all of us.
Mr. Otache, who is now in Makurdi, the state capital, has no place to lay his head and with no means of sustenance. According to him, he has written for help, but none has come. He is, however, hoping that spirited individuals and organizations will come to his aid.
I've written a letter to Benue State government several occasions. Even the documents are here. Written from the Kosofe local government, my local government in Lagos State, to Honorable Chairman, from Honorable Chairman to OPD, Public Defense, from OPD down to Alausa Ikeja, to non-Arabian. So my nation, Nigeria, whoever you are, I'm here pleading. I'm not here for any case. I'm begging for me to undergo my surgery.
Mr. Emmanuel Otache, until the unfortunate incident, was into business of phone repairs and sales of accessories. He is hoping to resume the business with the assistance of spirited individuals. Emmanuel Akula, BENUETVNEWS, Makurdi.
Well, it is on this note that we draw the curtains on today's episode of Benue Television News Extra at 7. Do stay tuned for the rest of our programs coming your way. See you same time next week for a more interesting episode of the program. I am Nnai Shundam. Do have a great night rest. Bye for now.
Welcome to the exciting world of Benue Television, where we give you an exclusive ride into the world of news, current affairs, and entertainment. Ready for our first stop?